So there was this guy Charlie, right? And at the time, he was the fucking man in Bohemia, which is what they called Newark back then. This guy was the boss. He'd been telling motherfuckers what to do for a long time with his funny hat, which no one made fun of, even though I'm sure they all wanted to. But you see, Charlie had this staff too, or like a scepter thing or whatever, and he would always wave it in people's faces and say shit like, "Do what I say and don't make fun of my hat or I'm gonna shove this thing so far up your ass it'll knock your teeth out." And motherfuckers were like, "Alright dude, take it easy." And for the most part, everybody listened to Charlie. But there were a couple of Judas motherfuckers playing the back just waiting for their chance to betray Charlie. They were like, fuck him and his dumbass hat. Which was a bit hypocritical because they all had dumb fucking hats. I mean, look at this guy's hat. What the fuck is that? Looks like a Smurf's nutsack. Anyway, these two fucks decided right then and there they were gonna take Charlie out. And that's what they did. Poisoned his cannolis. His cannolis, you believe that shit? The pricks? Of all the things you can poison, you poison his cannolis? That's some real greaseball shit if you ask me, but anyway, now Charlie's dead. People are sad. But what are you gonna do? At least he didn't suffer. I mean, I don't think he did. It's not like I know what poison they used. Hopefully it wasn't that shit that makes your dick inflate and split open like a hot dog that's been in the deep fryer for too long. Yeah, that's real. Look it up, motherfuckers. And now with Charlie gone, his son Tony took over as boss. He had himself a scepter thing too, not as intimidating as Charlie's, but his hat was just as fucking dumb. Doesn't matter. No scepter or dumb fucking hat was gonna make Tony happy. He didn't want to be boss. He didn't want to be much of anything, to be honest, lazy fuck. But that's what happens when you're handed everything and you never have to work a day in your life. So what did this lazy prick do with his time, you ask? I'll tell you. He sent out for sushi, if you know what I'm saying. He baked every potato in the land. He got his kettle mended. He brought an al dente noodle to the spaghetti house. You understand what I'm saying to you? He was a fucking coos hound, this guy. And his behavior? Let's just say some followed in his lead, and others, they worried for the future. And maybe they were right to worry. The straw that broke the camel's back was the day Tony was so fucking deep in the love tunnel he forgot to attend his own funny hat ceremony. And to the people in funny hats, that's like an act of war. They were like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? It was then they knew. Tony had to go. So a few of the funny hat people reached out to Tony's half-brother, King Paulie of Belmar. They told him, look, this half-assed brother of yours is fucking shit up. He doesn't want to do nothing, except for maybe squat thrusts in the cucumber patch, you know what I'm saying? King Paulie knew exactly what they were saying, and he knew exactly what had to be done. Straight up murder is what had to be done, that's right. They didn't fuck around back then. You think they were gonna get Tony help, huh? Fuck no. His rehab was a bullet in the back of the head. Except they didn't have bullets back then, so they just choppity-chopped his fucking head off. They also rubbed out anyone close to Tony. Tied up all those loose ends real nice. The next day, King Paulie rode into Bohemia with his army and said, we're gonna call this place Newark now. It's gonna be part of a greater kingdom called New Jersey, and I'm gonna be the fucking boss of it all. So get your shit together, bitches, cause I run a tight ship. You know what property taxes are, you funny hat wearing motherfuckers? Well, you're gonna. And everyone was like, fuck. We was better off with Tony. But that's life, you know? Grass is always greener type shit. And that's the story of how King Paulie of Belmar killed Charlie's son Tony and founded New Jersey back in like 1400 something. I don't know the exact date. What am I, an encyclopedia? Do people even use encyclopedias anymore? Anyway, it was the first fucked up story to come out of New Jersey, but it certainly wouldn't be the last.